Hello friends, in this lecture we will try to solve our some examples with the help of some of the transportation methods. Okay, so in the previous lecture I have already told you that there were 5 different types of methods in transportation method which is going to provide the initial basic feasible solution. Okay, so the first method was row minimum method, column minimum method and northwest corner rule. So in this lecture we will see first 3 types. Okay, we will see first 3 types and these are very simple. Okay, you just have to look at the name and solve the questions. So what we are going to do, our first method is northwest corner method. Okay, northwest corner method. These were the different methods in transportation problem, and in transportation problem what we have to do, we have to calculate the minimum transportation cost. So I'm taking an example. Okay, I'm taking an example, and you know that in transportation method there is going to be a cost cell matrix. Okay, there is going to be a cost cell matrix. So this is the cost cell matrix, and in this case you have to supply the items. Okay, you have to transport the items from the factory to the destination. Okay, this is the destination number 1, destination number 2, 3 and 4, and this is our factory. Okay, so items are present in the factory. Okay, items are present in the factory, and here the things are written that are cost per unit. Here we will take the demand. Okay, some demand will be available for each and every of the destination, and we will have some supply. Okay, we will have some supply. Okay, these are available with the factories. So we will take an example. Okay, you can see that the demand is given. For the destination 1 the total demand is 5 units. For destination 2 the total demand is 8 units. For destination 3 the total demand is 7 units. For destination 4 the total demand is 15 units. For factory 1 the total number of items available is 7. It means the factory 1 can supply total 7 units. The factory 2 can supply 10 units and factory 3 can supply 18 units. So what we have to check? We have to check that the summation of the total demand must be equal to the total supply. Okay, otherwise our problem will not remain balanced. So first we have to check that whether our transportation problem is balanced or not. So first we have to check it. So this is 17 plus 18, it is going to be 35. Okay, and here total supply is 35 units, total demand is 13, 7, 20 and 20 plus this is also 35. Okay, so we can say that the total demand is equal to total supply, that is summation of ai equals to 1 to m equals to summation of bj equals to 1 to n. Okay, so this is satisfied and these both are equals to 35 units. Okay, so this is a balanced transportation problem. If the problem is balanced, then we can proceed. So what we have to do, we have to supply the item. So the rule is northwest corner rule. Okay, we cannot simply proceed. First we have to see the method, which method we have to apply. So the first method is northwest corner rule. So from the name only we are clear that we have to move in the northwest. So you already know it that this is north and this is west. So for northwest we have to move in this direction. This is northwest. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to look for that cost. Okay, we have to look for that cost which is present in the northwest. Okay, so the first step is go to the cost which is present in northwest. Here it is northwest, here it is 20. Okay, here it is 20. Okay, this is west and this is north, so the northwest is 20. Okay, so we have to supply the items to 20. So look at this, the destination 1, okay, the destination 1, the first cost is 20, and this destination 1 requires how many units? 5 units. Okay, this destination requires how many units? 5 units. So we have to supply 5 units, and before supplying the 5 units we have to see that whether this factory, okay, we can supply here from factory 1 only, okay, we cannot supply diagonally, okay, we cannot supply diagonally, we have to move in, we have to supply it in either horizontal, okay, like this only, okay, like this or like this, no crossing. So we have to look at whether the factory 1 is having 5 units or not. So we can see that the total number of units with factory 1 is 7. The total number of units with factory 1 is 7, and this destination requires 5 units. So we can supply. So we will supply those 5 units. Now this will be 0. Okay, this will be 0, and it will remain 2 units. Okay, 2 units will be available now for factory 1, and for destination 1 the total demand is 0. It means the destination 1 total demand is fulfilled, so other will not get anything, okay, because the total demand has been fulfilled. Now the second step is again we have to repeat the first step, that we have to again go to the northwest, okay, again go to the cost which is present in the northwest, okay, again we have to go in the northwest, okay. Second is repeat the first step, okay, very simple, repeat the first step. So again we have to move in northwest, so again we will go in northwest, okay, again like this, west north, and look for the northwest. So the northwest is today 30, okay, so this 30 destination require how many units? 5 units, okay, and from where you will supply it? From factory 1 you will supply it. This required destination 2 requires 38 units, okay, 8 units, and from factory 1 we have to supply, but factory 1 is having only how many units? 2 units, so it will only supply 2 units to this cost. So this will 0 and this will remain 6. It means that out of the total units needed, 2 units had been supplied, and the factory 1 is now having 0 units. So the factory 1 can't supply items to these two, okay, because it is 0. Now what we have to do? Again, these are the left cost. Again you have to move in the northwest. So this is north, this is west, and this is the northwest corner, okay, this is the northwest corner. So you have to look at how many items it requires. This destination 2 requires how many items? 6 items. Do you have 6 items? Factory 2 is having 10 items. It means it can supply. So it will supply it 6 items. Okay, the remaining will be 0, and remaining will be here 4. So factory 2 will be having 4, and destination 2 demand is fulfilled. So it will not get any. So now 4. Northwest is 40. So it is requiring 7 units, but factory 2 is having only 4 units. So it will give 4 units. Okay, just provided 4 units. This is 0 and it is 3. Okay, it is 3. Now it will not get any because the factory 2 is having now 0 units. Now 2 are remaining. So northwest is this one. Okay, northwest is this one. So it is requiring how many units? 3 units. Supply it because you have it 3 units. It will be having how many units? 15 units. Now see 15. Each and every demand is fulfilled. This is 0 and this is 0. Each and every demand is fulfilled. Okay. So now calculate the cost. So what is the cost? Look here. Total cost is equals to cost of 1 unit is 20. Cost of 1 unit 20. How many units you have supplied? 5. So 20 into 5 plus. Okay. Summation of Cij into Xij. Cost of 1 unit is 30. How many units you have provided? 2 plus. Look here, 35 into 6, like this only, summation of all the cost, plus 40 into 4 plus 16 into 3 and plus 25 into 15. So this is all about northwest corner. Okay, supply first to the elements which is present in the northwest. Okay, so this is very simple. Our second method is row minima method. Okay, the second method is row minima method. From the name only it is clear that we have to supply to those items which is present in the row and it is having the minimum value. So we will do for the same example. Okay, we are going to have the same numericals, no need to change it. Here it was 7, 10 and 18. The supply was 7, 10 and 18 and demand was 5, 8, 7 and 15. 5, 8, 7 and 15. Again our problem is balanced one. Okay, problem is balanced one. So we have to now follow the row minima method. Okay, we have to follow the row minima method. So what we have to do, first we will go to the first row. Okay, first go to the first row. So the steps are go to the first row and look for minimum cost. Look for minimum cost because the method is row minima. Look for the minimum cost and supply it the units Okay, so we will go to the first row and look for the minimum cost. Here it is 17, so we will write here it is 17. Okay, so this 17 requires how many units? 15 units. Okay, the destination requires how many units? 15 units. We have only 7 units with factory 1, so supplied these 7 units. So it is having now 0 and it is going to have 8. Okay, so this 0, it means the factory 1 cannot supply to these 3. So these 3 won't get anything. Okay, now go to the second row. Okay, the second step is go to the second row and repeat. Go to the second row and repeat. Okay, same thing. Now row minimum, go to the second row and look for the minimum cost. So minimum cost here is 35. So 35 will be needing how many units? 8. So supply it 8 because you have 10. So here it will be 0 and it will remain 2. Okay, with factory 2 units will remain because you have supplied 8. So now the destination total demand is fulfilled. Okay, so it is having 0. Now look, we have remaining cost. Okay, and 2 units has been left. It means first we will supply to the second row only. So now look for the next minimum. Okay, so next minimum is 40. So can we supply to 7? No, we can supply only 2. So supply it 2 units. It is 0 and it is having 5. Now these won't get anything. Now look for the minimum 25. We have 8. Supply it 8. It will be left with 10. This is having 0. Okay. Now the next minimum is 40. We can give it 5. Okay, we can give it 5. So give it 5. 5 will be remaining. Here 5, 5. Provided 5. Look here. Each and every demand is fulfilled. Each and every demand is fulfilled. Okay. So very simple methods. So just calculate the cost. Just calculate the cost and add it. Okay. So the total transportation cost is going to be 17 into 7 plus 35 into 8 plus 40 into 2 plus 40 into 5 plus 60 into 5 plus 25 into 8. Okay, so very simple. Go to the each row and supply to the minimum value. Okay, and try to complete all the row. When you are left with 0 units, then move to the next row and repeat the steps. Okay, repeat the steps. So our last method is, the third method is column minima method. Okay, so our last method is column minima method and we are going to proceed with the same numerical 5, 8, 7 and 15. 5, 8, 7 and 15 and 7, 10 and 18. Again the problem is balanced. 7, 10 and 15. Now we will solve this with the method of column minima. So just like row minima, you have got column minima. Okay, just like row minima, we have column minima. So the first step is go to the first column. Go to the first column. Okay, simple steps are there. Go to the first column and look for minimum cost and look for minimum cost. Okay, and supply it the units and supply it the units. So here it is, so this is the first column, so here it is 20. Go to the first column, this is the first column, okay, and supply to the minimum cost. 20 is minimum, it requires 5, we can supply 5, so it is 0, and the factory will be having 2 units left, okay. So all the demand is fulfilled, it won't require anything. Now go to the second row, now look for the minimum. 12 is the minimum, okay, 12 is the next minimum. How many units required? 8 you have, okay. This is 0 and it will be remaining with 7 units. So everything 8 has been given, so this won't require anything. Now the next third column, it is 40, you can give it, okay. 7 it requires, so this is having 0 and this will be having 3, okay. So these two won't get anything. Now the last column, 17 is the minimum, it requires 15, but how many units you have? 2, so just give it 2. This is having 0, okay, and it will be left with 13. Now look for the minimum. 25 is the minimum, it requires 13, but you have 7, so just give it 7. You will be having with, just give it 7, okay. You will be having with how many units? 13, you will be remaining with 3, okay. Since 2 have a priority, you will be remaining with 3. So just calculate the cost, just do not remember anything, just by the name, okay. Column minima, it means we have to move by column and look for the minimum. Row minima means we have to look for the row. Northwest means we have to go for the northwest corner element, okay. So these are very simple, just practice it, okay, just practice it. In the next lecture we will talk about the another methods, okay. Thank you.